welcome to Highwire Improv Tuesday evening. We are super excited to have you here joining us. We've got two great shows for you tonight. We started a half hour late because we made some scheduling changes. Just means you're going to get to see things shifted around in a different order, which is always fun. We are going to have the wonderful folks of join us second, and first we will be seeing the duo of Tajbala Raza. We will see them in just a moment. We are also doing many things in the in-person world in addition to online, but want to let everyone know if you're online or in person, we've just opened up our submissions for season 12, our next season of programming, which will run from August through October. So if you want to get in on that, please reach out. If you don't already follow us on the social media to get access to the submission form, we would love to have you perform with us in person in Baltimore and the surrounding area or online here on Zoom. All right, we're going to get things started. I'm very excited to see them again. They've done many shows with us already, and they have all been wonderful. Please welcome to the stage Tajbala Raza.
Hey everybody, in the Zoom square that's not me, I'm not sure on which side, that is Taj.
And that over there somewhere is Bela.
And through the power of wishful thinking, we merged our names together to come up with Tabula Rasa.
Blank slate.
That's who we are. So to get us started, could we get a single one-word suggestion? If you're still there, Highwire.
Hinge.
Hinge. Oh, cool.
I am afraid that I'm becoming unhinged.
It's been a long process, hasn't it?
You've been trying to gaslight me all this time.
For years, my gaslighting game has been high.
I finally see through your evil plot.
Why now?
Because I am on my last thread of sanity.
And I have the pair of scissors that will snap the thread.
Please don't do it.
Maybe if you let me gaslight you a little bit more.
What about some old-fashioned charcoals?
Look, do you want to know the truth or not?
I want to know the truth, even if it kills me.
Finally.
Tell me.
Are you sure you're ready?
No, but tell me.
I am the father of your baby.
Who's the mother?
Maybe my gaslighting game was too strong.
Apparently.
So now that the will has been read, you must be quite happy.
As happy as can be expected for someone who's just inherited 164 pigeons.
I can't tell from your tone of voice whether you're as truly as elated as I thought you'd be.
It's a lot of pigeon poop, you know.
It's not pigeon poop. It's fertilizer that's called guano.
Huh. I mean that there might be a side business in addition to the carrier pigeon business.
A side business? Nay, a main business.
Are you willing to do all the work?
Well, beyond the tremendous number of pigeons that were left to you was also left me human being to do all the work for you.
I didn't know you could inherit a butler.
Well, the family was a very powerful family.
And a trained pigeon butler as well.
It's just one of many talents that I have.
Tell me about your other talents.
You, where do I start? Where do I begin?
How about the skiing related ones?
Oh, well, I have this ability to ski down a slope and avoid the trees while whistling.
May I be upon your shoulders while you do so?
Well, I am meant to be of service, and so if that's what you require of me, then that's what I will do.
Since you never get any free time whatsoever, I would think that your skiing down the slope without hitting the trees would have to be beneficial to me in some way, don't you think?
You forgot the while whistling part.
That's so I'm not afraid.
Well, my previous masters, I should say employers, they just enjoyed the sound of my whistling because it reminded them of, well, classical music. But if it relieves stress for you, then side benefit.
Ah, you can whistle the classics, can you?
And the pigeons, they will follow us down the slopes.
Oh, it all comes together now.
Yes, it all comes together.
You may call me owner. Are you the owner of that vehicle?
I hate to admit it, but yes, the one with the broken windows on all four windows on the sides of the car, that's me.
You know, when I hired you to work in this store, I said there should be no unsightliness about it.
I didn't park the car in the store. The car
right
is parked outside.
Right in front of the store.
So I could get here on time because you also were very particular about being on time.
Being on time is one thing, but having that unsightly contraption right in front of this establishment is not going to carry water with me, son.
I know. I'm sorry, and I want to carry water with you. I want to, but I just don't have enough money. I haven't been working long enough to earn those really big bucks.
It's okay to have an unsightly vehicle. You just got to put it around the back where nobody gonna see it.
I can put the vehicle in the back. You're saying you're gonna let me park in the back next to your Maserati?
No, not in our lot. I mean, in the alleyway.
In the alleyway, in the very back. You mean in the back of the block in the back?
Where all the trash is.
No, I'm very well. Trash could have been my middle name. It's not, but it could have been.
Don't you think that you're sinking to your or rising to your own level by that standard?
Sinking or rising? I'm just who I am.
And I accept that as long as you don't park this unsightly vehicle right by the fire hydrant.
All right. Well, if you don't mind, I will leave work to go ahead and move my vehicle to the back, but I might not be back for quite a while because it's quite a far back.
All right, but just so you know, for every hour that you is gone, I don't just dock your pay, you got to pay me.
And I remember the third rule on the wall was, I gotta be grateful for whatever my boss says.
Yep, that's the rule.
Oh, this is the best job I ever had, though, sadly enough.
Thank you.
So we've gotten some complaints down at the employment agency, and I wanted to give you a chance to address them.
All right, where do you want them sent?
No. I mean, I wanted to give you a chance to address them, as in to respond to the anonymous complaints.
Oh, you mean to rebuttal them?
No, to respond to them. Not to try to refute them, not to try to obfuscate them, but to just respond to them.
You want me to put the kibosh on them and quash them before they get out of control like wildfire? Yeah.
No kiboshing. We do not condone kiboshing of either concerns or employees. No. We want you to address them as. Oh, I'm sorry. This might be hard for you. Imagine, instead of being an employer, that you're a human being. There's no need to look at the sky in different directions. That side of the sky is blue, and that side of the sky is also blue. You can just focus in on me. I'm here right in front of you.
I think what you're asking is impossible.
You mean it is very possible. I have been in many meetings where other employers did exactly what I'm asking them to do. Of course, sometimes it required lawyers and we had to put in fines and such things, but I'd like to not have to escalate it to that level with you.
Notice that I am not taking any offense at what you're saying, and that is a sign of my inhumanity. I don't have feelings to hurt.
I'm not sure if you realize that our roles here. I'm trying to get you to address concerns. Being a completely robotic, non-human employer is not exactly what we're looking for.
All right, go ahead. Give me one of the concerns.
Okay, thank you. The first concern was a lack of parking for the employees.
We have provided some parking. It is 10 miles down the road from the shop. It's very convenient.
I'm afraid that that's a violation of OSHA Rule 439, Section 18, Paragraph 5, and then look right after the colon, right there, and you'll see that it's clearly against the rules.
What is the fine for violating this rule?
Well, that's where the government really puts their foot down, and we fine you $2.50.
Flat or per day, or is that just forever?
Per century.
Oh, that's easy enough. That's cheaper than paying for parking.
Well, then my work here is done. We'll take your $2.50 and nothing will change.
That was easy. Hello, little fly. Are you going to just sit there all day, or are you going to buzz around some more? You're being indecisive, aren't you?
Buzz, 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 buzz.
What if I told you that you're a prince that's been put under a spell?
Buzz.
Here. I got the old magic wand. I'm going to change you back now. You ready?
Buzz? Whoosh. Oh,
You go.
I feel different. I feel I'm back to me. And you there with the wand must have saved me.
Yes, I had nothing to do with making you a fly in the first place. So now that you are yourself again, do you remember anything about what it was like to be a fly? Did you learn anything?
Did I learn anything by going from being an incredibly handsome prince, beloved by all, to being the lowliest of low creatures that merely flies around looking for dung to play with?
Yes, exactly. Did you learn anything about humility or humanity or hominy or any of those H's?
I learned that I want to be a fucking prince.
Is You're still the same, huh?
Please, not the wand. Not the wand! So I'm not sure which one is 10 and which one is Peller, but one of them is missing.
Oh. The one that doesn't speak or the one that does speak?
It was either the tall or the short one. I can never clearly discern which one is which. But yeah, the talking or the non-talking, I think it was the one that doesn't talk.
That's good, because their act is going to be really, really boring if it's only the one that doesn't talk on stage.
You're right. You're right. If they could pick one of the people to just go missing, maybe in an industrial accident of some kind, and I only say that not because it's true, but because I might have heard some rumors, they would probably pick the one that doesn't talk.
Now, are you sure it's 10 and Peller and not Penn and Teller?
Penn and tell her. I don't. I mean, their names are they're not important. You just know that they do magic and that one's kind of funny and the other's always quiet. Like, am I supposed to know details?
Penn and Teller. Pigpen and Tell Her. I think Pigpen and Tell Her is a better name.
You should tell them that. You're not silent.
No, but which one is there to tell?
Well, the one that's still remaining.
What about Palt and Sepper? Are they still around?
Halt and Sepper? No, they're still getting busy with it, I think, or maybe they're shaking their milkshake or something, or talking about the magic of well, you know, the sexy.
Or maybe they're just seasoning a good meal. Palt and Sepper.
Halt and Sepper, yes. You know, all this talk is making me hungry. You want to go get a meal?
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
I have a confession to make.
My child, continue.
I don't know if I can say the words, though, Father. I feel so ashamed.
You're in the house of the Lord, and although the Lord often is an angry Lord, he often also forgives, especially those who come to him with the truth.
Well, you know how I love to climb trees up on the mountain?
Of course, you've confessed many times your love of tree climbing on the mountain.
Especially in the wintertime when there's such beautiful snow and the people are skiing by.
Yes, I remember you talking about the snow paradise that is tree climbing while people are snowing or skiing beneath you.
And the people are snowing. It's true, they are snowing, because I made one of them trip and they snowed right down the mountain. They snowballed into a huge, it was a man who had another man on his shoulders. It was very ridiculous, and he was whistling.
Look, I didn't just make a verbal slip. I saw all that. I was there that day. I saw the trauma. I saw the violence in the snow, and I saw what the pigeons did to the humans as they stopped rolling. And well, frankly, I was trying to forget all that, but now you've just brought back all the memories.
Well, the thing is that I'm afraid that my little sin of just playfully throwing something from the tree, a little snowball with a few hornets in it, that's all, has snowballed into a giant sort of a tragedy, sort of an apocalypse of a sin, now that all these people have been hurt and killed and maimed, and some of them just tickled to death.
Look, there's no worse way to go than being tickled to death. So don't worry about your small sins snowballing. You don't need to worry about it, because I'm here to tell you that it's absolutely true that if you end up, and it's really not an if, but if you end up going to hell, that will be the reason. My child, God is tasting your tears right now.
Oh, is that a good thing? Do you see any of them?
I don't see a single pigeon. which seems weird because there should be a lot of just normal pigeons, and the fact that I don't see any. I mean, I don't see any of the carrier pigeons, but I don't even see normal pigeons feeding on garbage or anything.
Has there been, as foretold in the pigeon book, a pigeon apocalypse?
I don't think we're going to get any messages out from our cabin.
So we're trapped here.
We are incommunicado.
We're without enough food or fuel or even blankets to last through this winter.
But really, we're just completely without hope.
That's the worst of it.
If even just one carrier pigeon came our way, I could call to it and get it to come over, and and we could be rescued. But
if we did find one pigeon, we would have a terrible choice to make. It would be like Sophie's choice. Do we eat the pigeon or do we send it for help?
wouldn't be that hard of a choice because, well, frankly, one carrier pigeon is only going to keep us alive probably for a few more weeks. And oh my God, you're right. It'd be the hideous, most terrible choice ever.
Yes, because one carrier pigeon isn't going to give us a whole lot of odds for reaching anybody with the message. So it's sort of 6 of one, half a dozen eggs of the, oh, I said eggs.
My stomach is rumbling because you said eggs. It's turning over. It's imagining scrambled eggs in each one of the stomach crevices that I have. Do you know how many crevices I have in my stomach? It's like going down a mountain or something full of crevices.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what you were saying. I was just noticing how pigeon-like your lovely neck is.
I have a pair of binoculars, and I am willing to use it to beam you if you come too close to me.
Can I just have a nibble? Just a little.
You can take the binoculars and eat on the binoculars.
Oh, that's really not what I was hoping for, but they're not bad. Here, take a bite.
It looks like you got the best piece of glass there. I guess I'll just, oh, you missed the leather strap. I guess I'll have that.
Oh. Eat well, because we want to fatten you up nicely.
I don't want to have all this leather strap for myself. I think I just bit it off. Why don't you take one end and I'll take the other end, and we'll meet in the middle. Oh, wait. Those might be your lips. Do you mind if I just nibble on your lips?
I was nibbling on your lips.
Oh, you already were, weren't you? I think what I thought were your lips are actually, I'm eating my own lips. Jesus Christ. Ah! Detective, this is the most gory scene that I've ever come across. I don't know what the hell happened here, but now that it's summer, I think we can finally investigate this cabin.
You think this is the goriest scene you've ever seen? You must not have a whole lot of time on the force, son, because this is nothing compared to the debacle of 72, 79, 84, and 87 was an especially bad year for debacles.
Are you talking about the 87 debacle where the snow thing, and then the trees and the wasp, I think, and then the carrier pigeons, and then the tickling?
Especially the tickling. That's what really, really put it over the edge in terms of horror.
Look, I can't claim to know the horror of that day, but look at this cabin. Look around.
Too bad. It's just sort of if you grew up in my family, this would be sort of a regular Sunday afternoon.
I have to say, Detective, I've always been amazed by how fast you scan a crime scene. That was amazingly quick. how much you take in. You're like superhuman.
I just want to know how it's possible that they ate each other. I mean, neither of them has survived. There's just a pile of bones over here and a few, little bits over there, but nobody survived. I mean, can you explain to me how it is a double mutual murder?
Well, detective, I'm fairly sure that these people were just immensely in love with each other.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes. They
Like
consumed each other. I see.
like when the ancient volcano blew up and they found the people in embraces as the clouds of ash came over them, and they were entombed for all time in a position of love. Well, so too these. I mean, I think that pile of bones and that pile of bones and the jaw bones all together, it's very romantic in a creepy, hideous, horrible, terrible, I never want to be here again kind of way.
This is the most beautiful crime scene I've ever seen in my entire career.
What I really don't understand is why there's a pigeon there on the window just looking at everything.
That pigeon got the last laugh, I must say.
Do you think there was something here that was funny, detective?
Well, it was a rom-com that ended poorly. Let's just leave it at that.
Again, your crime analysis skills are off the hook.
Thank you.
And that is our show.
Thank you so much to Tabula Rasa. It was a blank slate. It's now a full slate. This time it will be wiped clean again for your next show, I'm sure, though. Thank you, as always, for a wonderful set. We always love having you here, and we're excited to see what comes next time. And I think we'll see you again sometime soon this season, at the very least.
Well, thank you so much, Highwire.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we get to our next set, just a couple things to mention happening in person in Highwire. We have our in-person jam tomorrow at the Roland Park Community Center. This is our LGBTQIA plus affinity jam, so only for members of the LGBTQIA plus community. That'll be led by the wonderful Jess Roby. And then we have a show upcoming on Friday night at Old Line Spirits. That's going to be outdoors if it's sunny. It's going to be indoors if it's raining. Either way, there's going to be 2 hours of great improv here in Baltimore. Come check that out if you're in the area. All right. We are going to move on to our second set of the evening with a wonderful Tonight trio. Please welcome the wonderful folks of
We are here to welcome to We are the vestiges of troops that have been coached by Susan Messing and Billy Merritt, and we are continuing the tradition of picking or actually getting a suggestion about a childhood toy, and then someone doing a monologue, some scenes, someone does another monologue, and we just take off our childhood imaginations. So here's the suggestion: Etch a Sketch.
Etch a Sketch. I always wanted to be an artist, and drawing, I really wanted to be able to draw. I remember being in kindergarten, and when they were drawing trees and everything, and I didn't quite draw them the way other children did. So they thought I was a little strange. And then I made dunce caps. And I used a dunce cap. If you don't know what a dunce cap is you take a piece of paper and you roll it up and you stick it on your head. And I would do that and sit in the corner of the classroom. So another reason my teacher talked to my parents and thought I was a little weird. So then I flunked first grade, and that really started a life that was kind of even like under my mother's thumb. And I remember my favorite day was Sunday because we would have a big breakfast and have sausage, or if we had steak from the night before, I would get some from the, for breakfast the next day with my 3 eggs, my 4 pieces of toast, because I had to have 2 pieces of, toast for each egg. And I had to have enough for 2 sandwiches after that. And then I would dip the sandwich with the sausage into the fat from the bacon. Oh my God, that was delicious. Anyway, then I would go into the TV room and get the Sunday papers, because back then kids didn't have much to do. And TV was only 3 channels, 2, 5, and 7. If you were lucky, you got UHF. So you would get the paper, and there was this little contest to draw maybe a squirrel or a bear in the woods. And I would send it in every Monday. And I never got to go to art school.
Thank you for meeting me out here on the monkey bars, Mrs. Robinson.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Rabinowitz, I felt that this was the perfect place for us to meet as well.
Yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about Chuck. I mean, we're proud of Chuck. He's a good kid.
Sure, he's a pretty good kid, yeah.
He's been making fright masks for the kids in the class. Various, like physical, like face affliction type masks, and he asks the kids to wear them throughout the day.
And you find that disturbing, I see?
Yeah, I mean, he asked someone. It was like, "Do you want your face to stay like that?" Was one of his.
I think he's a very, very creative child. I'm sorry that disturbed you. I'll come down and
That's okay. I can get back up.
all right, okay. All right.
Look, I know this is sort of unorthodox, especially since Continental Elementary doesn't have an actual list of requirements for first grade, but we're gonna have to flunk Chuck.
Really? Just because he's using his imagination, because he's educating these young minds about the afflictions that they'll probably come in contact with later on in their life. I don't think that's the right thing to do. He should be encouraged, not flunked.
You're probably right, which makes my decision to flunk him feel even more right here in a public school. We're concerned about the timing of things. We don't want kids to. Sorry.
Oh boy.
I'm having flashbacks. So.
Right. Well, you know why you're having flashbacks? Because no one introduced you to these horrors at a young age. If you had been indoctrinated as my son, as you too would not be disturbed by this.
I beg your pardon, ma'am. I was actually around for the flood of St. John's Bridge in 1957, and I saw a lot of people run out of St. John's area, and they were very affected. They were screaming. Some of them had lost loved ones.
So what you're saying actually is that you're a big wimp. Is what you're saying.
Chuck flunks. I'm flunking Chuck. I'm flunking Chuck.
I think you need to resign your principalhood.
You can't make me. This is public school.
I'm the head of the PTA, and I can make some things happen.
Don't wield your power.
Darla.
Yeah.
I'm really tired of you not understanding how to make my mother's recipes. I love your cooking.
As you should.
You said you were gonna understand me as a Italian specimen of a man and do those things that the wife are supposed to do. I'm sorry.
I do a lot of things that other wives don't do. And I think, your appreciation in the past. So I don't think seeing why we have to have these issues just because I don't want to make your mother's recipes.
No, I want you to understand that we kept in honor and obey because
I didn't think you were serious. Such a kidder.
no, I'm not.
Swinging door for Frank only. Only Frank can see me. Sweetheart, when you marry Manja, by the way, Manja, eat. Manja.
Yeah, I love you, Mama.
When you meet a woman, she'll cook for you, and you just have to give her lots of direction. In my experience, women are like an instruction manual that needs to be read.
Okay, I got this
Huh?
from the library. It's How to Be Italian for Dummies. It's really cool because it's the first page is kind of like an Italian joke. You know those Italian tires, when they go flat, they go wop, 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 wop.
I do find that amusing, but there just seems to be a lot of screaming.
There
Like-
is. See, I do want to scream at you.
Swinging door, Frank. Mostly what you'll be doing is screaming at each other. The key to a happy marriage is lots of hysterics and screaming. That's where the love comes from the volume.
Hey, Dolores, what are you doing?
No, I'm supposed to scream at you. You're not supposed to scream at me. I'm supposed to be the Italian housewife. I'm supposed to scream at you. Don't scream at me. You're just supposed to
Oh
sit
my
there
God,
silently.
I love you so much right now. Give me one of these. Ah,
Where- can I-
yeah, it's on page 69. Oh, I didn't. That's,
Curiously enough. Mhm.
that's why you love me, because I'm just so.
Wait, I just looking ahead. It also says I'm supposed to wear like knit stockings and put my
Oh,
hair in a bun and is that what
Yes.
you want?
I
Turn you
love
on?
when the Italian woman puts their champagne from their shoe.
Thank you, John. Yes, this is Clark. I'm here in front of the Coliseum where the Big Wimp Championship is about to start. I hear the both of the contestants are there and they are squaring off. We'll take you to that camera where the Big Wimps are facing off against each other before they enter the ring to wimp off.
Okay. I'm a wimp.
I'm also a wimp,
Wimp.
possibly bigger.
Ooh.
Wimp.
What? So wimps.
Ow. That hurt long after the actual.
I'm sorry. Why are you clutching your chest and not moving sometimes?
Because I wonder if I'm having the beginnings of a heart attack, like one that'll happen in 10 or 15 years.
I like it.
Ow, my beautiful face. Little ding. And it seems like inside the Wimps are really going at it one against the other. It's mano a mano, and each Wimp has appeared. We're looking at the judges' scores. It looks like right now both wimps are tied. So this is a key second round as we see the wimps maybe adding some additional resources to their wimping off. Oh, we're taking you right back. They're performing right now live.
I've got a light laser.
I think my lip got caught as I was walking in the ring. Can you see if there's a mark?
Oh my God. Oh my God, there's real blood.
Bruce, get back into the ring. Don't let him fool you. You get back into the ring. I got all my money on you.
I'm gonna rip it out.
Ow! Ow! The scab was just forming on my cold sore.
I don't think, wimpy. You're the bigger wimpy.
That means I win. You call me the wimp. That means I win. Yeah! And you heard it here first here on CBC, one of 3 channels that you get in your local area. There has been a wimp that's been crowned, and we have the winner right here with us. How did the time feel like in the ring? I was really upset for a lot of it. And what did you think as you left the ring victorious? Well, I didn't really know what to think, actually. You heard it here first, here on CBC News, one of 3 channels that you get. We'll see you next time when we let people that live in the basement and play video games have an argument about what is the best kind of cola to drink.
Etch-a-Sketch. That was my favorite. I had the big screen, and it was supposed to help you with your kind of eye-hand coordination, but I got to say it pretty much failed with me because I could never play a sport. I could never do anything, and just doing this was about as far as I could get as far as athletics. But it did start me off on this really important connection that I had with art, and it actually even started earlier than that because I actually I drew a mouse on my father's little box that my father held his chess pieces in, and my parents were like so excited. I was 3, and the basic thing is it kind of looked like a mouse, and so they encouraged me in various ways that maybe they shouldn't have. And so I progressed from Etch-a-Sketch to then paint by numbers and that kind of thing. And actually, for my 13th birthday, my father took me to an art supply store. He told me I could get whatever I want. So naturally, like most people who would watch John Nagy on the PBS station, this was before who was the other guy? Anyway, there's many famous people have gotten their start as artists on PBS for some reason. And so I bought a John Nagy book. I picked out charcoal pencils, pastel. I actually got a calligraphy pen that I wound up, doing people's invitations for that. And it led me to doing a project actually for my Italian language class, where I drew, God, I wish I had it here. I drew just a pen and ink drawing of the Pietà, the famous statue with Jesus holding Mary holding her dead son on her lap, and it's just poignant and beautiful and beautifully carved. And so I managed to do it. I kind of messed up the face a little bit, so I did a little shading so that you couldn't really tell. But Mary had a sash on her, and I couldn't quite make it out. It was in Latin or whatever. So I put on the sash, actually it was actually the punchline of an Italian joke. And the joke was that, two Italian mothers sitting on a bench, and one of them says, "Oh, my daughter, she's wonderful, she's beautiful, whatever. She's married, she has kids, whatever." And the other one said, "Oh, well, my daughter, she's a prostitute." And the other one said, "Well, as long as she doesn't smoke, basta con un fumo." And that's what I had, basta con un fumo, across Mary's chest. And my Italian teacher gave me an A.
I am so ready for the ball.
You look lovely. Perfect.
You couldn't have painted a better picture.
How can I not capture your essence,
I didn't know I had essence.
You could not have more essence. You are the essence of essence, actually.
And really, that's such a special word used by you because you have a great way of making fun of people without them knowing about it.
You're misunderstanding. I mean this perfectly serious. You're just.
I know that doesn't, whatever you're writing there means
I'm just touching.
very dirty. Oh, my God. The face looks like God. It looks like my father, actually.
It's interesting. Did you invite it here? Is that part of your essence? Is that kind of?
I thought you drew that.
Well, it's my
It's
style.
wild.
I don't know. A second. Oh. See artist next door making fun of me. Thinks that everybody that I draw looks like an ape. But not you. You.
No, you do have a way of making hands and thumbs that almost aren't there.
This is a little technique I called obscura. That's it. Yes.
And then somehow, I don't know, but Planet of the Apes is like your muse.
And you're kind of like the Statue of Liberty at the end, just kind of lying there, kind of.
With my essence and my shawl. What and my shawl that says America.
It's America. Yeah.
Fuck.
Hey, everybody, get in here. Look, we gotta have a meeting. Etch-a-Sketch sales are way down. We've got to do something different. As the CEO, it's up to me to gather ideas. So what do you got?
I think
Yes, Frank.
different colors.
Different colors. Okay.
I think
Carol?
instead of those little silver things inside, I think you should use like the pixie sticks sugar in there. So it's, yeah, that would be colorful, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, I hear you. Edible, Frank?
Oh, you added edible. That edible stuff. You can eat. You can draw a picture of an ice cream cone and eat it.
I like it. Let's take it to market and we'll see what happens.
Kids are going to eat, those things anyway. They're going to put it in their mouths. So at least, make it worth their while.
Hmm.
I feel that we're frozen in time. God.
Everybody get back in here.
Oops, we lost another kid.
And we lost another kid. That's the fifth one today, and it's only 9 a.m.
I don't know. Listen,
Probably not a great idea.
I didn't sign off on that. I just suggested. It was just a suggestion.
I went to the library and I got this book. It's called Etch-a-Sketch for Dummies.
Oh. Let's take a look at that. Let's see what suggestions there are in there. Oh, that's a great one. I can't wait to see what happens with that idea.
Doctor, did you get the heart out yet?
I've been using this Etch-a-Sketch, Dr. Bernstein.
I remember.
I've almost got the heart drawn out.
Good. Drawn out. Good. And I will use my little tweezers when you are finished, because I did video games when I was a child and my fingers were very limber, but I do find it hard to be a doctor. Oh, damn. I killed the patient again. Well, doctor.
That's the. We need more ideas for Etch-a-Sketch, or I'll not continue to be the CEO any longer.
That picture.
Sorry, I started the meeting a little early.
I think, yes, I think, you know, instead of drawing pictures, I think we should just have already pictures in there that kids can watch, so they don't have to put any effort into it. I think kids don't really like anything that requires them to try hard.
I love it. Let's try it and see what happens.
Are you enjoying that, Johnny? Are you enjoying that? Oh, yes. Just look at it. Don't touch it. Just look at it.
Wow, I don't have to do anything. That's what I'm a kid of. I'm a today's kid. I don't want to do anything.
So proud.
What a great idea. We've had great returns ever since we put creepy people into houses and put pictures into Etch-a-Sketches. What a terrific idea. Cheryl, you're promoted to CEO.
Way to go.
Way to go. I'm getting a raise.
My first act is to just fire the two of you. You really haven't been productive.
I only
I've
killed
been
10.
erased.
I'm shaking you out.
Etch-a-Sketch reminds me that once upon a time I had Stretch Armstrong, which was a wrestler that you could stretch really, really far distances. And I, like everybody else, was curious, what the heck is inside Stretch Armstrong? And I talked to a friend of mine when I was a kid and convinced him that it was filled with like an edible, something edible inside of it, like a jelly, like Jell-O or something. And we cobbled enough funds together from a paper route to buy a Stretch Armstrong. They were expensive to us in those days. I think it was probably like $10 or less, so not actually expensive, but we bought one, and we took a pair of like industrial scissors, because like regular scissors just couldn't cut against the plastic, and we cut it open, and this like the patience that the goo had in squeaking out of this weird rubberized toy was more patience than we all had as kids, and we gave up on the idea of trying to do anything with it because it really seemed like it just defied gravity and was just like
Randy, come in here. Both you boys, I understand you wanted to know how the cat purred like that, but taking it apart was really, listen to your mom, Randy, Jerry, it's not what you do. You don't take a cat apart. It's a living thing.
We know that now.
I got the box
What box?
that purrs inside the cat.
Oh, it's a small plastic black. I didn't know that a cat had that.
Yeah, I got a box. Apparently, this is why it's so cute. It's inside it.
Oh, really? Oh. I guess I'm not going to punish. Maybe you're geniuses. I mean, I wouldn't have thought it just moments before, but maybe you're onto something.
I
Maybe-
mean, I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm just gonna eat it.
Oh, I'm going to take him apart.
Yeah,
Ah, get me the industrial scissors, Ma.
you know, that's actually a good idea. Maybe a few minutes ago I would not have approved this, but go for it. Let's see what's going on with your brother there.
Okay.
Slim tick. Oh,
Oh, look what we found inside him. A skate key.
well, he does tend to put everything in his mouth and
Yes, he does.
takes after his father.
Oh my God. I don't want to hear that.
It's about time. You want to know what makes people tick? Those kinds of things make people tick.
I'm going to get the industrial scissors and take you apart.
That's taking this edible thing a little too far. Jerry, I'm your mom.
Bye-bye.
Mom.
We're here in the arena before the big cutoff. As we understand, the contestants are inside. Each one has been armed with a pair of scissors, and will attempt to open up the other with industrial scissors and see what makes each other tick. So we take you live inside the Coliseum, where the cutoff is about to start off.
You're using hedge clippers.
Well, yeah, I'm going big. Go big or go home is what they say.
Yeah. Okay. Who brings a scissor to a hedge clipper fight? Thank you.
And that
We
is
have a winner. We do have a winner inside the Coliseum. Right now, it is Isaiah the Scissorer, who's taken home the What Makes You Tick Championship award. And back to Isaiah in the Coliseum.
And I'm just going to eat it. Because I don't want to get in trouble.
And that is our show. I don't know if you know that, but that is our show. And we're
Thank you so much. What a psychological journey that was, and thank you for drawing
you.
something that we all want to preserve rather than shake away. If you enjoyed that, give us and everyone here a follow on your social media sites. We are Highwire Improv on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and pretty much everywhere else. Follow us. We've got a lot of great stuff going on. We've got our season 12 submissions open now for August or October, and plenty of things going on in the Baltimore area as well. Until next time, thank you so